Everyone, my name is Cheryl Ann Lewis, and I'm excited to share my disease project on malaria. Malaria is an intermittent and remittent fever caused by a protozoan that invades the red blood cells. Parasites are transmitted by mosquitoes in many tropical and subtropical regions. Malaria is spread by the Anopheles mosquito, and which then affects the body with the unicellular parasite called Plasmodium. The parasite can be spread to humans through the bites of infected mosquitoes. There are many different types of Plasmodium parasites, but only 4 can cause malaria. The 4 different forms of Plasmodium are Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium ovale, Plasmodium malariae, and Plasmodium falciparum. Since malaria is spread through blood-to-blood contact, other than an infected mosquito bite, it can also be caused through an organ transplant, a transfusion, or the use of shared needles or syringes. The history of malaria dates back to ancient history and became widely recognized in Greece by the 4th century. It was responsible for the decline in many cities and states. A French army surgeon stationed in Constantine, Algeria, noticed parasites in the blood smear of a patient suffering from malaria. This occurred on the 6th of November, 1880. For his discovery, Dr. Charles Louis Alphonse Leverrier was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1907. Ronald Ross, a British officer in the Indian Medical Service, demonstrated that malaria could be transmitted from infected patient to another patient through mosquito bites. This won Officer Ross a Nobel Prize. Symptoms. The symptoms of malaria appear in cycles. Every 2 to 3 days with vomiting, fever, chills, and headaches. With Plasmodium falciparum, fever has been recorded up to 110 degrees Fahrenheit, which makes this Plasmodium the deadliest. Life cycle. The sexual reproduction host is the mosquito, the indefinite host, and the asexual reproduction takes place in the human, the intermediate host. The Plasmodium parasite is carried in the salivary glands of the mosquito. When an infected mosquito bites a human, the first place the Plasmodium parasite goes is to the liver. Next, the parasite has a reproductive stage that also happens in the liver. From there, it is released into the blood round after round, developing additional parasites. Schizogony is a condition where multiple mitosis division of the nucleus occur without the cytoplasm dividing. Finally, you get the cytoplasmic division happening all at once with many different cytoplasms. Plasmodium is a disease in the blood. Once the Plasmodium infects a red blood cell, it will burst to release new Plasmodium to infect other cells. As the red blood cells are being killed, anemia develops as a secondary form of malaria. A microscopic blood smear will show the rings that form inside of the red blood cells, referred to as the signet ring stage. These rings indicate that this blood is from a patient with malaria. It's a point in the life cycle of Plasmodium reproducing in the red blood cells. Malaria is most prevalent in sub-Saharan Africa, where the people there are poor and live in swamps and lakes so they can have access to water. When treating malaria, a diagnosis is often required. This is made up of blood tests, but is usually repeated as the infection or parasite could be hard to detect. Once the parasite is detected in your bloodstream, a certain type of anti-malaria drug medicine is available that must be used as soon as possible. The type of medication varies depending on the species of the parasite, but in all cases, urgent hospital assessment and management are required. Today, to control this infectious and deadly disease, mosquito nets are used to keep mosquitoes away, as well as environmentally friendly mosquito sprays. These methods are used all over the world and have been successful in the decline of deaths caused by malaria. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video.